Hello and welcome to the 137th episode of the Gochuucast. And today, we forgot to talk last time about, I guess, our end of the year stuff. So we're not doing that today. We'll have to do that another time. Um,
Oh yeah,
and by other
I
time,
did forget about that.
probably do that next week, maybe.
Good.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm down.
the seasonals have technically started, so there is at least a little bit of a talking point here. Um, Granted, PK hasn't watched any. Spat has watched one allegedly, and then I've watched a few. It's not exactly very deep in. There's only three things that I've even had the opportunity to potentially watch.
Yeah,
So
on my list, there's only three things I could have watched. One of them I'm probably watching tonight with Jacob, but the other two, I guess technically, Bandori had its episode air, and I could have watched that. But also, I probably should finish my go before I do that.
I
Yeah.
would suggest doing that, yes, because I think they're connected, aren't they?
Yes.
Then that would be the
I
good
don't
idea.
know. I don't know where they connect though. Like,
I think there's cast members from what I've seen on
no, no, no,
Twitter,
no,
but
no.
I don't know.
Let me explain what I mean by that. So like, based on the way my go was framed, I feel like the events of this season should start in the timeline like partway through the MyGo season, right? Like it I don't think the things that are happening here are going to start like after the end of MyGo. Kind of like
Sure.
how Railgun and Index happen at the same time, right?
Right. Anyway.
Okay.
What did you watch, Sped? And if it's
I
something,
watched Ameku MD.
okay, well, we're gonna
Oh,
talk about that
House.
last thing because I also watched that. So we'll leave that for last because it's also the only good thing I watched. So
Let's go.
Did two episodes come out at the same time?
yeah, there are like I don't know if it was the exact same day, but there are two episodes out. I don't
Yeah, there are
know,
2 episodes. I just opened and
I'm
saw two to
interested
watch
to hear
both.
about this.
but yeah, we'll
I
we'll talk about it
Mhm.
in a second. But first, I have to talk about other things. So the other two things I watched. We'll start off with Married to the Girl I Hate My Class or whatever it is. Um,
Yeah,
this
dude.
this shit's ass. I mean, super booty cheeks.
God.
I mean, I cannot. I may as well. I could have been the guy who wrote the script. I was literally bar for bar just predicting literally every next thing that was going to happen the entire time. Um, but yeah, no. I mean, Spat hates Soons. He'd like blow his brains out in Minecraft watching this,
I'm
dude.
scared.
Like
I'm
I
not gonna watch that, but
I hate the main female lead. She is awful, like terrible. Um yeah, there's just
what's
like
what's the worst thing she did? Like,
shoot all right, she has one volume setting and it's 200. Like
oh no.
she's constantly yelling and like try I just beat an ass. It's just so annoying. And like the guy's not even doing anything most of the time. He'll like say the most normal thing and then she'll find a way to outburst and it's like shut the fuck up. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no. She sucks. We didn't really meet many of the other characters that much. The plot setup is like extremely dumb. So like the reason they even get roped into this, so there was their grandparents of these two people are both extremely successful. Or, well, I don't know if both of them are. At least one of them is. The grandpa of the main dude is extremely successful, and the main character is supposed to inherit his company, right? Um, Apparently, he had to, like, when the grandpa was younger, he and the other girl's grandmother were wanting to be in a relationship, but the grandfather got into an arranged marriage. And so, since he never got to fulfill his love for the other girl's grandma, they're forcing it onto their grandkids. Now, why wouldn't they just say no, you might ask? Well, the grandfather, his grandmaster's scheme was to say, if you don't do this, I'm going to hand down the company to a stray dog I found. And that's the plot setup.
Okay.
And so now they're in the same house. I mean, it's dumb. Like, and the way the episode flows, it is like there's literally not a moment to pause. There's always something happening. It's just, it's a lot, and I did not like it. I think it sucks.
Are you
It's
gonna watch episode 2?
Yes,
I
you
don't
know how
drop
he
things.
is.
You know how this goes.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm gonna watch episode 2 through 12, and you know what? I'm probably gonna say the same thing about the entire thing. The animation is extremely uninspired. Like there's there's just like little things where you can tell just like they are trying to cut every corner possible. Like there was a scene, not a scene. There's like a cut where the guy is like raising his hand to look at his phone or whatever, and you can tell for sure that someone drew the hand in like the phone in the hand, and they just like PNG like tilted that shit, and that was
Oh
their
no.
animation. And I'm like, oh my god, it just looks so meh. Like this is gooner slop. This is what it's made for. I mean, you can yeah. There's no soul. There's no soul in the writing. There's no soul in the characters. None in the animation. There's literally no like. There's not a single redeeming feature of the show within the first
Yeah.
episode, and I doubt the
Okay.
other episodes will give that to be.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, there's that. Um,
at
can't
least
say I didn't,
everything else will look good in comparison to this, so that's something.
can't say I didn't see this coming. Um, that leads me to the second thing I watched, which was Momentary Lily. This is the Go Hands one.
Right.
Did they go
Uh,
hands all over?
they they go hands all over they go hands all over, dude. So what the show's about is I don't know. I don't think the show knows either. They literally they set up a world, and they just the characters just like kind of like existed and interacted throughout the episode at like rapid, like just nonstop. And yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you what this show is about. They're just existing so far. The episode opened with the opening, and then they had like a battle, and then suddenly this new character is introduced, and then they like cooked for a little bit, and then suddenly another fight that ended much quicker, and then that was the episode. And I'm like, okay, yeah, no. The writing in this, like the script is really bad, like horrific even. Um, now the go handsing I thought was fine. Like I don't have as much of a hate for go hands as other people, though I understand why people don't like go
Yeah.
hands. Um, but it's just like, oh, and every single character uh has jiggle physics, like a lot of it.
Oh
Well,
god.
not
Uh-oh.
every single character. Some of them are not endowed, but the ones who are endowed, it's like, it's honestly a dedication to like how often it is. They have like a mind of their own, dude.
Is it like regular jiggle physics or is like go hands like next level jiggle
No, it's
physics?
just it's like
Oh,
regular, but
okay.
like everything else is go handsified, you know.
Go hands enhanced jiggle physics.
Yeah, I don't know. You never know.
Well, they're not doing like crazy camera angles with it or anything. It's just very typical,
Yeah.
you know. Like if they're in the scene and the character moves, like they're moving too, you know.
Hmm.
But yeah, this I have literally no idea what's going on, and I don't think I'm ever going to. So
Okay.
I don't foresee this show being good in any capacity. I think it'll be maybe more enjoyable to watch than the marriage one, because at least I can watch the go hands all over the animation or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that I watched those two back to back. Yeah, that was something, you know. Um, yeah, I don't know. But The third thing I watched, which
Yep.
Spat and I share in common,
Yeah.
is the Doctor Amaku.
Ameku MD, Doctor
Yeah,
Detective.
yeah, Doctor
Uh,
Detective.
did you like it?
Um, I don't think it's anything like crazy special, but I had fun with it at the very
I
least.
liked it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm scared. What's the term for like you like believe things are gonna go bad even if they're not? Like I don't know. I'm just like scared I'm gonna end up hating
Like
it. Like something's gonna
pessimistic.
go wrong. Well, yeah. I mean, sure. I guess. Yeah. Just like yeah, just in general pessimistic about like or something pessimistic. I don't even have a reason to like think
Like
it would be bad.
most anxious. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I'm just like I liked it a lot for the first two episodes. Like I think I just like Um, I don't know. I think I just like the premise. Like, I mean, the end of episode two is like, or the part where like, um, everything from the case got put together. It's like a little bit ridiculous, but like, it's whatever. It's anime, right?
Yeah,
But like, I liked a lot of it. And I mean, I just really like the premise. I don't know. For some reason, it was just interesting to me, and I'm just like scared that like, going from episode two to three to four to five to six, I'm just gonna end up hating it. Like eventually, like something's gonna go wrong. Like I'm just irrationally scared that it's gonna go poorly. But yeah, so far I like it. I think I'm just pessimistic that.
yeah. I would say like my biggest issue was in episode one at the very beginning, where they're kind of like showing her like doctor detective all over the place or whatever,
Mhm.
and like the I guess spoilers for like the first 5 minutes or whatever. So the way they show her genius or whatever to introduce her character, there's like two patients in the hospital
Yeah.
that she needs to get diagnosed because she wants to go watch Jurassic Park with her like student guy or whatever their
Yep.
actual relationship is. But she wants to go do that, but he can't get off until they're diagnosed, and so she's like, "All right, fuck it, I'll do it." Um, and so the first one was I thought the second one was fine. The guy with like the fucking fish who like ate the raw fish or whatever. Um, Obviously it's like extremely unrealistic that she'd be like, "Yep, diagnosed, boom, snap of the finger, we're good to go."
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever, it's drama. But the first one I thought was really dumb. Like the like,
Parent.
well, it's like the parents there and like literally just dead in the like I mean, this would have been figured out already by the doctors, I'm pretty sure. Like, the lady literally had, like, vitamin A supplements and an open bag of blueberries just out in the open for the doctor to see. So Amaku could immediately diagnose that, like, yeah, this
Too
mother's, like,
convenient.
overdosing her child on vitamin A. And I'm like, that's just, like, an extremely lazy, dumb way of solving that case. I thought the second one was more interesting because um just like she deduced like, okay, so he's like tan here, which means he's wearing a hat, which but he's out and doing stuff, but he has a cane, which means he can't be that physically active, so it has to be some hobby where he's like he can sit down or just stay in place. And so she deduced he was fishing and then ate like raw fish and then parasite, boom. So
Yep.
that one was more um believe like my I could suspend disbelief for that one. The first, well, I mean, not that I
Yeah.
couldn't
The first
suspend
one was
disbelief the
kind of.
first one, but the first one's just really corny.
Yep.
Um but
I feel like this is the type of thing though where like early show it's kind of gonna just be very corny because it's like the first couple things, right? Especially for like a mystery show. Like I feel like the first couple like mystery plot lines they show or anything are gonna be kind of just like the
yeah,
basic,
I mean, this wasn't
easy to
really
show
like a
off the character.
this
It was
wasn't even
just
like a
trying to
plot
introduce
line
her
though.
like
Yeah, it was just trying to introduce her, but it's
knowledge
not
or
like
whatever.
a plot
Yeah,
line. You could have done the second one and not really needed the first one.
Yeah.
yeah. But I think
It,
that's normal. Is
or you
I
just
guess my
don't even
point.
really have to intro. You can introduce her with the first case. I feel like because we still like let so in the first two episodes, like the first half. of episode 1 is dealing with nothing basically, and then like the last half or so of the first episode is when we get into the same case as episode 2.
Mhm.
I feel like we could have just started off basically with the I don't know. There's a world where this case could have just been the introduction to her, and I think it would have been more interesting.
Yeah, it was just kind of a weird example to pick. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It was like a couple minutes, but yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it really, like, a lot of people are like, "Oh, we're gonna get like anime house," and I'm like, "Well, I don't know if that's
relax.
exactly what this is gonna be." And then I'm watching it like, okay, the first 12 minutes is like literally anime house.
I
I
just
don't,
think the concept of calling it anime house is funny, whether it
It
is
is.
or isn't.
it was
It's
there
just
for a
such
second
a
because it just walks in. It's like, yep, diagnosed, diagnosed. I'm right. They have this very specific thing that I diagnosed from just looking at them, and they're deducing their surroundings or whatever. And then, yeah, um, but yeah, I mean, I don't think it's anything that's gonna like knock my socks off going forward. But at the very
Mhm.
least, I think it'll be a much more fun watch than the other two aforementioned anime.
Yeah, for sure. I think. Yeah, I also don't. Okay, well, anyway, we'll figure it out in the next few episodes. I was gonna say like the relationship between her and her sister, but like I don't know. It's just yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought the premise was interesting, so I'll just keep watching it. It's fun so far. No huge complaints about it yet, so we'll see. Um, yeah, that was the only thing I watched from this season so far yet. I think what was the other one I was gonna watch? Oh yeah, the other one that I was gonna watch was the other detective one. What's the name? Let me find the
there's
it was
another
like
detective on this.
hotel something. It was like a mystery. I don't know, mystery.
We talked about
Oh,
that before. I
we did
didn't.
talk.
The one
Yeah, I think
episode
I
we
was the
watched was
only one
like
who's gonna watch this Tasokari Hotel or something. Yeah, the one
I
with the
said it.
fire dude.
Think about it, but I
Yeah, I'm
haven't.
just gonna I'm gonna try it. So,
All right,
uh,
I'll listen to what you have to say then. Maybe I'll add it.
I think yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I think the first episode just came out because the second episode isn't out for another 6.5 days. So yeah, it was
Yeah,
with this guy, the freaking firehead dude. So yeah, I think that was another one I was gonna watch, and then um, I put a few more for planning. I have to sort all my planning because I've like watched.
the first episode of Solario Utility came out, but I haven't gotten a chance to see it yet. Um, and I don't know. I haven't really heard much about it. We had um Sam commented and said that a friend of his watched it, didn't like it much. But
I've
then
seen on Twitter generally
Mars
people
was,
enjoying it.
yeah, Mars was looking at it, at a bunch of opinions that said it seemed like most people liked it. It's I don't know what my expectations for it are. We watched after the last episode of the podcast, we did watch the OVA from 2021, which was just like a cute little like 15-minute oh these girls are golfing episode. There wasn't like a plot line really. It was just kind of like three girls at generally different skill levels golfing together and having fun.
Hmm.
So, with that said, I'm not entirely sure what the plot is going to be, if there is a plot. Like I can think of some ideas, but just based off the OVA, I don't know. There's no source material for it. It was just like a cute little OVA that they made just by itself. So it should be interesting. By
What was
next
that?
week, I'll have seen it.
What was
The
that other
first episode.
golfing anime? That's like a anime. It was like
Birdie
on
Wing?
the. Yeah, that was the one. I just remembered that one being the
This
other
is
one.
like the opposite of Birdie Wing. This is like cute girls doing cute things, but actually,
Oh,
and
okay.
Birdie Wing was like cute girls doing cute things, but also there's the mafia.
Okay, okay. Fair. Yeah, I just remembered that as the. Are there any other golfing animes, or are those the only two like big? I guess the big ones.
Um, the short answer is there certainly are,
Yeah, I
but
just, since we
also
yeah.
I would say Birdie Wing and Soror Utility are the only ones that I know of
Yeah, it's just
that
a
are
like
kind
a
of like
weird, not a weird sport, but
yeah,
like it's a, I don't know. I guess it's because it's not a team sport. It's like kind of hard to. I guess there's like tennis. There's like a tennis
yeah.
anime. I think.
There's
Yeah.
the Seven
Yeah.
Deadly Sins author wrote a golfing anime.
What the heck?
Um, I think he wrote the series, if I remember right, before um before Seven Deadly Sins, 1998. Yeah, this is like one of the early things he wrote. But that exists. That was made last year. But otherwise, like if I look at the list, there are things, but just nothing I can talk about really
Okay.
or have knowledge, nor anything that, with that said, has like a lot of notoriety.
Okay. That's fair. I was just curious, but yeah.
For some reason, this is here. Does this have anything to do with golf? 20% tag. Okay. As I was looking at the golf tags on any list, it had the "I can't understand what my husband is saying" anime,
What?
which is such a random. Here, I'll link it to you. I don't know that
What does it have to
you'll.
do with golf? Hello?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has a 20% golf tag, so I'm assuming there's like a golf episode or something. Maybe he likes golf. I don't know. I've never seen it, so I can't say exactly. But allegedly golf.
Wait.
However, I don't think it's relevant to what we're talking about.
No. uh. Oh yeah, this one. Okay. Yeah, I know this one. Okay. I've heard this one, or I like know of it, but like I've just never seen it. But yeah.
It just looks goofy.
Um. Trying to think. Yeah, I think that's it for this season. Oh, I guess like a random thing. Well, not random. I talked about it in the last episode, but I finally finished. I think I had 2 or 3 episodes left, but I finished season 1 of Mob Psycho, which was really good. I
Oh
don't know.
yes, I did see that. I like the season 1 finale.
Like the final episode.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I freaking Reagan or whatever.
He
That guy's the goat. He's so stupid, but I love him.
is.
Uh, yeah, he's probably my. I don't want to say my favorite character because he's kind of like irrelevant for parts of the
He
show, but like,
might be my favorite. I mean, Mob's pretty hard to not
yeah, I
like.
like Mob.
So it's like
Um,
Mob's a pretty easy answer. But
Reagan's
Reagan's
just like troll, bro.
fun.
Like the guy is like not a real human. Like he's just
Yeah.
a clown. But like, it's just everything leading up to the finale. It's like it's just funny. Yeah. Um, but I like him. I kind of expected to like. I'm like really sensitive to like art styles. If I don't like the art style, it's like very hard for me to enjoy the show. But like Mob's art style is like a little bit weird, but like not like I grew to enjoy it basically by the end.
It's simple,
Yeah, I like their
which I
eyes
think
for some reason. I don't know why. They're like the characters' eyes like they seem kind of
mhm.
weird at first, but I ended up liking them a lot. So
Yeah, I think it
um,
being so simple just makes it kind of easy to consume.
mhm, yeah. I do want to watch the next second season, the third season. But I don't know when I'll get around to it. But it's yeah, it was good. I don't regret watching it. Everybody said that this would be a show that I'd probably like, and they were right. It was good. Um, so yeah, that was another thing that I finished. I'm trying to catch up on other random shows that I've always wanted to watch, but just never got around to it. So one down.
Yeah, I think you'll really like season 2.
Season 2 is probably
I would say season 2 is the best
my
season.
favorite. Yeah.
Okay.
Season 2, season 3, season 1 of my rankings.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah,
That's
I'll check
probably
that out.
accurate. I don't think I've pretty sure I didn't watch season 3 yet. Could be wrong. but I don't think I've seen.
It
Season
says
3.
watching.
Yeah, but it says
You
watching.
might have
But then
put that, yeah.
if you click on it, it's 0 of 12.
Oh, right. You update the episodes. Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Classic.
Well, I put things on watching during the season they're airing, so I can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
when they're airing and how many episodes, um, stuff like that. But it also means it appears it's watching, but I haven't seen a single episode for
Right.
years.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
It's actually an alarming amount of 0 out ofs on my watching right now, but we don't need to talk
I'll
about
take
this.
0 out of
Yeah,
more
we
than I'll
talked
take
about
that
it
more
before.
than
We know you
11
will.
out of 12. Like 11 out of 12 is like diabolical or whatever it was. I don't remember which show it
What
was.
about 1 out of 12? How do you feel
Mm,
about him?
you watched it and you didn't like it enough
I
to
mean, 11 out of 12 was funny.
Yeah,
10
I don't
out of
remember
12,
which
I
show
have a
that
couple
was.
10 out of 12s on there.
I mean, Bang Dream, like 12 out of 13. Come
Yeah,
on.
oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
And you like that
Is it
one.
12 out of 13?
It
I
Yeah.
think
says
that's
12 out of
false.
13.
I think it's 11 out of 13.
Nope.
Realistically, I don't think I
Pulling
finished
up the
episode
receipts.
12.
Oh, realistically. Okay.
Like, I understand what you're saying. I see it. But I don't think I actually watched episode 12.
Oh,
Which
okay.
also makes me wonder why it's updated. I watched episode 12. Maybe I'm high.
Trying to tell you something.
Your goat, Gigi Harem, only 7 out of 12.
Yeah, but I read the whole thing in a night, and then I reread the whole thing in another night.
What?
HBK Season 3 unwatched despite you gassing it up to me.
Yeah.
Wait, what? This is crazy.
That's like,
Oh,
that's probably anime of the year.
Oh, I get it. Where? What the fuck?
I mean, all I'm saying is, like, you have HBK Season 3 unwatched, but you have Loner Life in Another World at 10 out of 12, and I'm just not
you saw the
understanding.
premiere, man. Like,
I have to commit my entire brain to HBK because I want to enjoy it. I don't have to commit more than 5% of my brain to Loner Life.
8 out of 12 on Stardust Telepath, 10 out of 12 on Kaiju. At least you've read Kaiju.
I have read Kaiju. I'm caught up on Kaiju. Yeah, that's an iconic one too, Spat. But however, 21 out of 23 on Ranking of Kings is valid. Because episode 21 of Ranking of Kings
mhm.
is a better ending than the ending they give that at episode 23.
Okay. You know, the score is supposed to be like how much you like the show, not the percentage of episodes you've watched.
Is that actually the percentage? How close
No,
is
it's
it?
like 91. I calculated that before saying it, just in case but I was so wrong. But it's funnier.
I mean, that's close enough. I wouldn't change it to a 91.
I
That's a
mean,
little
9
high.
out of 12 on Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy.
No, and then there's
Okay,
a 9 out of 12, like
okay.
two ones down.
I don't think I'm going to finish that.
Free Ring at
Um,
16 out of 28 still.
So funny.
yeah, it's a problem. I do feel like I need to go clean this again at some point.
Required Gochuucast watching Sign of Affection at 3 out of 12.
I'll get there.
No, you won't. You won't get there. That's the problem. You gotta like spring clean this fucking list. You're not watching
I need to
most of
spring
these.
clean it and also make like a priority list because there's like other ones on here, like Beaufry, season 2, halfway through, 6 out of 12, which isn't like terrible, but it's still like I would like to finish Beaufry season 2 at some point.
Suppose Love Live Enjoyer 0 out of 12 on
That's a group watch.
Superstar season. Okay.
That's a group watch, and it's the same group that we do ReZero with, and we've barely even been able to watch ReZero episodes.
This is like
And
a
I think we're behind.
weekly thing, like we roast you're watching.
It's been a little bit.
It has been a little bit. Atri, My Dear Moments 0 out of 13. You're not finishing that. That's a drop. Not even a drop. Just a
It's
not watch.
yeah, I haven't started it. I will watch it.
Bartender Glass of God. You're not watching that.
I'm
Don't. It's
probably
okay.
not
You
watching
probably
that
won't. Yeah, that's fine.
for what it's worth. I'll finish Torture Princess. 16-bit.
You're not watching that. I made the decision for you.
6 episodes left. So then it comes to the problem is, do I drop or pause things?
Oh my gosh.
All right. Let's do this here.
So here's my issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's use 16-bit as the example because this is a good example for like a drop. I didn't dislike 16-bit.
Yeah, but you're
To
like one
me,
episode behind where it all goes to poo poo.
that's valid. To me, dropping a show feels very mean
Oh
and being
yeah.
very rude.
Look,
Being very
I'm the
rude to
guy
the
who
show.
doesn't drop things. 16-bit, you're dropping it. You're dropping 16-bit. 7 out of 13, you're never finishing that.
That's the problem. Is I agree that I'm probably never finishing it. And that's where I'm like, technically, that is what dropping means. But also, I'm like,
Aowashi
it
16
wasn't
out of
that bad.
24. Like you're not. You've read it. You're not finishing it. That's not happening.
I think that's probably accurate. I think I'm just leaving it there because if
Actually,
they
0
announce
out of
season 2,
13. You're never finishing. You're never
I
watching
might.
after.
Did Ayakashi Triangle ever come back? It did.
It did, yes. The Blu-ray version's probably on what's it called? So I need to watch that too at some point. But you're not watching it, so we can drop that one. Um, let's see. Glass of God drop or remove.
I will take Glass of God off. I think that's very valid. I will change 16-bit to drop. I'm fine with that.
Free 7 out of 12.
Um,
How many years have you had that there?
no, I'll watch more free. Trust me.
Okay, Doctor Elise or whatever this is. You're not finishing that. 6 out of 12. Not happening.
Was
Uh,
that group watch?
I
I
don't
don't
know, but it
remember.
clearly did not get watched. Group or
I
no
think I
group.
watched that with Resh, and then my life went to garbage.
Uh, Days with My Stepsister, up in the air.
I probably will watch that.
Gochuucast required. UBK, or I mean, I'll say
I'm
required.
just trying to figure out what direction you're going in. God's Game we play, I probably won't watch.
Hinamatsuri, 2 out of 12. You're never finishing that.
No, I promised SCB I would watch it. That was 3 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, drop it right now. You're never finishing it. Let's see, Loner Life, 10 out of 12. You're never finishing that.
Why not? That's 10 out of 12.
That's exactly. Stardust Telepath, 8 out of 12.
No, I'll finish
You
that.
can finish that.
I like Stardust Telepath.
The isekai about the one Japanese author, the Daizai isekai or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
not
fine
finishing
with
that.
taking that off.
Yeah, you're getting rid of that. Yeah, isekai
I never
smartphone.
started that, right?
No matter how much you say, it never started 0 out of 12. No matter how much you say you're going to watch smartphone, you're never going to watch smartphone season 2. So you're taking that
I think the
off.
problem with Smartphone Season 2 is I don't remember Smartphone Season 1. But at the
Exactly.
same time, this my GOAT, canonically. I don't think I'm going to watch the Ranking of Kings spin-off. I'm
Well, you
going to
haven't
take
even
that off
finished
for now.
Ranking of Kings, so yeah, you may as well take it off. Girl
I'll
Fairy
take
season
off
2 required to
I'll
finish.
take off the Ash
JJK season
side.
2, 1 out of 23. You're never finishing that. Let's see, Magical Girl, Wage Slave. You're never finishing that. 0 out of 12.
I forgot I started JJK season 2.
Eminence season 2. You're 9 out
No,
of
I'll
12.
finish
You can
that.
finish that. You can finish Kaiju. You're 10 out of 12 on that. Yeah, God's Game we play. You're never finishing that. Girlfriend. You're never finishing that.
No, I'll finish
The
Girlfriend.
studio
I
I
watch
finish
version.
Girlfriend,
one
Girlfriend?
I watch one episode of Girlfriend every year.
You're
What?
not. Yeah, you're that.
That's how that's what happens. A year ago I was probably at 1 of 12. Now I'm at 2 of 12.
Oh, I did finish this show. Okay, right.
I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't hear that. You're removing that from your list. The
What,
Studio Bones
Girlfriend?
Magical Girl short one. You're probably never finishing that.
I would like to, but yeah, I don't know that I'll like on because we are at the point where like I'm gonna have to take a look at this list sometimes. Be like, what are the priorities?
The experienced you and inexperienced me. 6 out of 12. You're never finishing that.
I kind of want to. Well, I probably won't read it because I have a billion more important things to read. But I feel like I would read that if I ever went back to it.
The Twins romance. 1 out of 12. You're never finishing that. You're dropping it.
No, I need to.
You're dropping it.
It's my brand.
The Ice Guy. 6 out of 12. You're never finishing that. Yakuza Babysitting. Never finishing that.
Wait, why not? I'm
You find
probably not watching Yozakura Family only because I read it. I'm not caught up on it, but I feel like I'm just gonna continue reading it.
okay, I think this is Case Files or whatever the fuck. Your
Case
fate.
Files, I am going to watch.
Your fate head. Love Live, you're gonna watch. Selena, you're required to watch. Machina, you should watch. Chain Soldier or whatever, you're not watching that. 0 out of 12, never happening. Meku Ude, 2 out of 12, never happening.
That's happening. That's my goat.
Yeah, it's never happening. Shoku's a group watch for you. Nari Nare, never finishing that. 2 out of 12, not happening.
I'll finish it. Oblivion Battery, not happening.
Elusive Samurai, you're never gonna watch that. 3 out of 12. Solo Leveling, definitely never watching that. 0 out of 12. You can take that off.
We literally just talked about me probably watching Solo Leveling eventually last
Yeah,
week.
well, I mean, it's not happening clearly. So, whatever this generic Isekai is, 0 out of 12.
What
Not
generic
happening.
Isekai?
Let's see. This is the healer who is banished from his party is in fact the strongest. You're never watching that.
I have that?
0 out of 12.
Did I take it off already? I might have taken it off already.
I
I'm
don't
also clearing things while you're saying stuff. So I wonder if I already got rid of that. I think I might have.
I have no idea. Villainous, it's gonna go down in history. You're not watching that. 0 out of 13, never happening. Rinkai, never watching that.
I'm watching Green Guy.
You're never finishing Rurouni Kenshin. 15 out of 24,
That
not happening.
is probably true. We can actually talk about Rurouni Kenshin a little bit because that one's interesting. But I did watch 15 episodes of it, which is not a insignificant amount. I forget. Did you watch any of it, Daniel?
I watched the first core, and then I haven't finished the second core at all.
It was okay. I think like I had the symptom with this of like it's an older shonen and therefore it's kind of just a little tropey and predictable because I've watched so much shonen. But I never could quite get hooked on it. It wasn't bad,
I thought it was pretty
but
mid.
exactly. I didn't feel like every week I was super excited to watch it. Especially once like the fun of like, ooh, Rurouni Kenshin and like the memes wore off and it was like, oh, I'm just, clocking in to watch.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Mid.
I'll make the executive decision. The author is a pedophile. You don't feel bad about it. You can drop Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah, I think that's valid.
Not a legend. Happened.
Happened, real.
Real.
I just think it wasn't something that I got that excited for.
Yeah. Weakest Tamer, 2 out of 12. I like this one, so you're going to finish it.
Oh yeah, that is on there.
We talked about Excalibur, whatever the fuck already. Say You Radio, you're never going to finish it, but you're going to say you're going to finish it for Lugia's sake. So I'll just pretend like that's not
I
there.
liked it.
Sengoku Yoko, you're never watching that. 0 out of 13, not happening. There's a whole
So I
nother
keep
fucking
getting
second season after that.
Yeah, so I keep getting Sengoku Yoko clips on my my Facebook feed lately. And I keep seeing them and being like, what show is this? And I go to the comments and it's Sengoku Yoko, and then I'm like every little inch closer to like maybe I'll finally watch that. And then I remember it has 2 seasons.
Yeah, you're not watching
Soon to
that.
be 3. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Symphogear, you're never continuing that. 6 out of 13.
No, I love Symphogear. That's a good anime.
Shakugan no Shana, you're never fishing that. 1 out of 24. It's been like that for what, 2 years now? 2, 3 years? When did Precon come out?
Shauna's
God, you're
tough.
getting grilled.
So
What's going on?
Shauna was we did a little Christmas anime exchange. Was it Christmas? We did an anime exchange. And Shauna was the anime someone gave me as the little exchange anime.
He watched episode 1, he's like, yeah, I'll watch this, and literally never touched it ever
I
again.
watched episode 1. I kind of liked it. and then never watched more because I think I got ADHD distracted by some other show. Like this was still during the time period where I was actively watching some stuff instead of now where it's just I want to watch things but I don't give myself any time to watch things. Oh, there's the healer banished from his party. Oh, this is from last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
probably am
you're
not
never
watching
watching
that.
that. Shine Post 1 out of 12, you're never watching that drop.
No, I want to watch Shinepost. That's
That's
like the Idol Masters that you'll see on here. Like eventually, I would like to watch Million Live in Shining Colors.
alright, well maybe for Gochuucast 500 you'll have that done. Let's see.
God.
Saint Cecilia, Pastor Lauren, 7 out of 12. I like this one, so you're gonna finish it. Shirobako, 6 out of 24. You're never finishing that.
I like Shirobako. I'll watch Shirobako.
Shimatsu Train, 2 out of 12. Never finishing that.
That probably true.
Shy, 3 out of 12. You're never finishing that. It is 2 seasons now, too. You're definitely never finishing that.
I like Shy though.
Slow Loop,
You
2 out
might
of,
you
2
might
out
be
of
right
12.
on that one.
I like Slow Loop. Slow Loop, my goat. So you're finishing Slow Loop.
He's just saying them
I
so
like how
fast at this
every
point.
show he likes, you're finishing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll
Disturbing.
handshake. I'll handshake to the fact of him being like, "This one is good, so don't take that off." I think that's valid. I like how anything that he hasn't watched or doesn't think
No,
is good,
it's off limits.
he's like, "Nope, gone. Goodbye."
uh,
I could probably take the VTuber one off.
Freerun, 16 out of 28.
Dude, you should watch Fear.
You
What the
should
heck?
watch Freerun. And I don't want to say you're never finishing that, but I'm questioning if it's ever going to be finished. It is.
Stop at 16, bro.
Why does this say I watched 6 episodes? Did I watch six
Anyway,
episodes of
Summertime
this?
Render, 10 out of 25. You're never finishing
Dude, I
that.
was
It
thinking
is
about that
good
show.
though.
I need
It's
to
not.
finish that show. I need to finish that show.
No, no,
I
no.
didn't realize you never fin-
I actually need to finish Summertime Rendering.
Both of you need to finish that show.
I'll
That's
finish
like
it before you.
real.
Okay, I'll finish it before you.
All right.
Because
I'll watch Fear before you.
I watched 10 episodes of Summertime Rendering. It was fire.
I watched like
Then he never watched
14 or
every.
something. I don't
I
know.
never continued because once again, a show like Summertime Rendering, I want to give all of my attention.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Slime Isekai, season 2. You're never finishing that. 2 out of 12. And there's a third season now. And there's gonna be a fourth season. You're never finishing that. You're taking that off.
The problem
Idolmaster never
is
happening. Idolmaster never happening.
the problem with Slime reincarnated as a slime is like I want to watch it because I know it's good and lots of people like it and it's like fairly popular. But I also feel like it doesn't really grab my interest that much.
I'm gonna be honest. I have not liked season 3. I haven't finished season 3, but like what I've watched of it has not been particularly engaging.
Yeah, that's fair. Part of me feels like maybe you're correct, but maybe one day I read some of Slime. I don't know. That's why I kind of keep that there because I'm like I should watch it, and it's one of Mars's favorites, and I can think of ways and plot lines that I would enjoy from it, but then also I don't like super love a lot of the random like political stuff and things like that in
Yeah.
like all shows, not just Slime. But then Slime is also like a lot of that.
Yeah. The New Gate. This came out almost a year ago. You're
I
never
took it. I
watching that.
literally just took it out. As you, right before you said that, I was looking below the Idol Masters at what you were gonna say next, and I was like, I'll take Newgate out.
Yeah.
There was
Alia-san,
something cool about it though.
5 out of 12. You're never finishing that. Tony Kaku, you're gonna watch that, and then you didn't because Dub
I
ended.
was, I've definitely told the Tony Kaku story in the podcast before, but I was gonna watch it on a flight to hang out with friends. I downloaded the entire season onto my phone, and I went to get on the flight, started it, and it was all dubbed.
Okay.
And
Just
it's like I do sometimes enjoy dubs, but I didn't intend to download the dubs, and it just totally threw me off entirely. Because I was like, well, this isn't what I wanted to watch. It's
you,
probably not even that bad of a dub.
so you threw your phone down the aisle in disgust.
Yeah, exactly. Daniel said a lot of stuff. I have removed some of the things he's talked about, but I'm also like, there's definitely things he talked about that I was like, he's probably right, and then never touched because I just was scrolling.
Nah, you know what? Ever since you mentioned summertime render, now I got a flight next week. Well, I guess yeah, in a few
Summertime
days.
rendering was actually fire,
I'm
and I
gonna watch
don't
that.
have a good
I have to
excuse
finish
for
it before
not
you.
continuing that.
I have to finish it before you.
Did you finish Freerin already?
He did.
Me? I
Oh,
finished Fear in like a month ago.
shit.
That's what I'm
You
saying. Like,
say shit. You are literally the rat, like the tortoise and the hare, dude. Like you are the hare.
I am the hair.
You're like,
That
oh,
is
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Spat. I can't let Spat finish before me, and then you just fight. You don't do anything. You go to bed, you go to sleep, and then
Oh
Spat finishes. You're
no.
like, oh, what? There's no way you finished it before me.
Nah. Um. Yeah. Dude, that's what I'm saying. You gotta finish Fear. Yeah. Forget some. I mean, I'm gonna watch Summertime Render because I gotta watch it. But
He
bro,
said
you gotta
forget
finish Fear.
summertime rendering. I think I liked Freerin more than summertime rendering for what it's worth, but not because I think Freerin's better. I think I just like fantasy worlds more than like,
Yeah.
how would
So
I
you have
describe summertime rendering? I mean, it is still fantasy, but it's like Demon Slayer fantasy.
yes. Oh, that's a crazy category. I mean, okay, yeah.
I know, but that's what I think of when I think of things that are like
That's
technically
indeed.
fantasy, but not in the way that I mean that word, right?
Yeah, yeah. That was born from the Crunchyroll Awards. Um,
I like the no comment on me having watched only 4 episodes of season 1 of Oshinoko.
I saw that. I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother. You read it at least. So I'm not even gonna bother
I mean, it's
seeing
like,
it.
whatever. 16 out of 28 is diabolical. That's insane.
I think, yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch more of Oshinoko, but
Just yeah. I mean, you read the manga, right? So
I read it. I liked
you
it.
got an
I
excuse.
mean, we've heard all of our opinions on Oshinoko. I think it's just one of those ones that's sometimes I watch things or read things and then decide I just want to read them, or
Yeah,
I was
fair.
satisfied with the reading of them.
But you haven't read Frieren, so no excuses there, buddy.
I have not read Frieren, and
If you like fantasy that much, you've got 12 more episodes of it.
you can't guilt me with if you like fantasy that much. I do feel like I need to like go through this at some point and like pick out the shows that it's like I need to finish this now just to have like a, because sometimes I think about my massive watch list and unfinished list and I'm like, yeah, why even think about it? I'm not finishing any of this shit.
Yeah, Wistoria.
Yeah.
I like Wistoria. You're not finishing that 3 out of 12. Never happening.
Why not? I liked it.
Well, I mean, not clearly not enough. It's 3 out of 12.
3 out of 12 is
This is like
above the
insane.
mean. 3 out of 12 is above the mean on this list for
This
what
is
it's
too
worth.
funny.
It's a low bar.
Bro's getting grilled.
Surene,
Urusei
2 out of 13.
Yatsura.
Never happening. Urusei Yatsura, dude, 5 out of 23. 2 seasons with 2 cores. Never happening.
Urusei Yatsura is hard because it was cute and good. The problem with Urusei Yatsura was it was a group watch that got absolutely boomed at some point.
That shit's never happening. You're taking that off. Utawaru Mono, that's never happening. 3 out of 26. How many years ago did you put that on your list? I feel like that was like a Shauna type of thing.
No, that was like less than a year ago.
Okay, well, that's not happening.
Timestamps on all of these.
We watched. I mean, I can literally see just to
Oh yeah, on
confirm
your end,
that.
yeah.
June 2013. Okay, year and a half. It's been that long. Time flies.
Vinland Saga Season 2, you're
No,
finishing
I'm
that.
watching that.
You're
Yeah,
finishing
don't.
that. VTuber 1 out of 12, you're dropping that.
I took that off. That's gone.
Okay, Wata
I took that off
Oshi,
myself.
you're not watching this one. 3 out of 12, not happening. Dead.
Was that Wataoshi?
Or Watashi no Oshi, what fucking whatever this is. Yeah, Wata Oshi. I'm in love with the villainess.
Right, I have English names. That makes sense. I was like, I don't see that. Um, was a former group watch probably not watching it? You're probably correct.
Yeah, it's not happening. 3 out of 12, you're dropping that. Yamano Susume required to finish. Be 4 episodes left, you're doing that. Jellyfish, 0 out of 12, you're never finishing that. Yawamushi Pedal,
I
you're never
was
finishing that.
jellyfish. Guess I'm finishing Yawamushi Pedal. Let's be real.
When's the last time you watched an episode of Yawamushi Pedal New Generation?
We don't have to talk about the last time I
When's the
watched an
last time you
episode
watched
of.
an episode of Yawamushi Pedal New Generation? How many years? 2?
No.
3?
Okay, it
7?
might be. It might be 2 years.
Yeah, you're never finishing that. Yozakura, you already said you're probably not finishing that. Sign of Affection
Yawamushi
required to
Duchen's weird.
finish. Zom 100 you're dropping that. 5 out of 12, you're never finishing that.
Like, yeah, that's probably true. Zom 100, I was on a good pace, and they fucked me up with all of the production issues and everything. That one's not my fault.
Yeah, so I'm glad we could clean up your list here with things that you were clearly not going to be watching.
I have cleaned up, I don't know, a good amount. It's at 103 now.
That's 15 things removed.
Probably more, but you were just rapid firing things at me.
I mean, Data Life 2, you're never finishing that.
No, I will finish Data Life 2 eventually.
Dungeon Meshi 1 out of 24, you should finish that. Dungeon Meshi's really good.
Dungeon Meshi's, yeah. Dungeon Meshi, I literally only saw the one episode that we watched at AX, and then it came out. And I think it had one of those moments where everyone was kind of just like overhyping it, and I was like, I'll get to this eventually. Not necessarily overhyping, but hyping it. I was like, I don't feel like it.
Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest 0 out of 25, never happening. Given 1 out of 11, never happening.
I literally, funny enough, a real story, because I was at work today talking with my buddies who likes various animes, and I literally said at work today I should watch more Given. The real story.
True story.
So I won't remove it yet. But that is funny because because he was talking to me and he was like, because I had told him before that we were doing our shopping episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so he was like, oh, when you guys were shopping, was there anything that I should watch this season? Because I don't really have a lot of things to watch this season. So we were talking about various things there.
Nice.
And then through like the flow of that conversation, I remembered that Given exists, and I was like, I should watch Given.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that
You should watch
goes.
Frieren too.
We'll come
Yeah.
back to this in a year, and we have made zero
Come back
progress
to this in a
on
year.
most of these. Card Fight, Vanguard, 16 out of 65. You are not finishing that.
That's a lot of episodes. Card Fight, I really like the Card Fight Vanguard anime. There's so many, like, you don't understand. There's 65 episodes of this. After I finish this, there's 39 episodes
Dude,
of the Asia Circuit.
I've
I don't
played
think.
AMQ with Lugia. I know how many of them there are. You're never finishing
Yeah,
this
you
series.
understand.
You're
You
dropping.
understand.
You're dropping this right now.
Some of them are skippable. I don't remember which ones are the skippable ones. I'm gonna leave it there forever. Spiritually.
Okay. Chainsaw Man, 3 out of 12. Never finishing that. I like Chainsaw Man, but you're never finishing that.
The thing is, I don't like Chainsaw Man.
Birdie
Good
Wing,
drop.
But
Season 2,
also,
5 out of
Or
12.
don't.
Never finishing it.
but I also feel like maybe at some point, Chainsaw Man gives me some cost fallacy where I'm like, so many people like this. Surely at some point, I'll just convince myself if I keep watching it
I think you should wait
that
for
I like
the
it.
movie to almost be out, and then you should watch it, and then watch the movie, and then have an opinion. Because I think
Okay, I can handshake that.
the season 1 ended right where that's the part where people like really start to like Chainsaw Man.
Okay, so I should do it at the time where it's like if I get through the show and then the movie,
Then
and
you'll
I
have a
still
more
am like
formed
I don't.
opinion.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's valid. What was the one you were just talking about?
Uh, I don't fucking know. New
I'm
one.
watching Blue
Fucking
Exorcist.
level
I
99
I'm
Bliss or
not
whatever.
watching. I'm not watching Blue Lock season 2.
If you don't know
We've
level
talked about
99,
it.
you're not we're not
I've
watching it.
decided I'm not watching Blue Lock season 2.
Nice.
I've read
everyone,
Blue Lock season 2 content, so it's like
it's like everyone was shitting on Blue Lock the entire season, and they had like a couple of good episodes right at the end. Everyone's like, "Yep, that was totally worth it." I'm like, "Really? Like, we're just gonna forgive
really
forgive the whole
we
season just
just
like that?" Like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, I'm glad I did not watch Blue Lock season 2 because I guarantee I would have hated it.
there's so many things on my watching that I keep having to every so often refresh my page so everything will load.
That's crazy. That's
It's
next
a
level.
surprisingly weird bug. Like I'll scroll to the bottom and I'll only see up to like Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. So like when you talked about the healer isekai earlier, and I was like, I don't even see that on here. Later I reloaded and happened to see it as I was scrolling, and I was like, what the fuck? So all of my anime don't even load for me, or something
That-
like that.
it's so long. You just broke the
That's
site. Okay.
funny.
That is actually next level. Okay.
Well, next project, I'll make a priority list for all of these. What am I watching and in what order, based on how either important it is or how quickly I can finish it.
For your number one, baby. Let's go.
I think I've started episode 17 of Freerun on 3 different occasions, and then been
Oh.
like, I don't think I'm in the mood for Freerun.
So it's not 16. It's like 16.2 or something, right? Like that's more
Yeah.
accurate. Okay. Okay,
Okay,
fair. Okay,
no, not
buddy.
fair.
Okay, yeah, actually it's not. That is actually troll. Okay, anyway, just you watch what you can. We'll evaluate in a year. We've grilled you enough today.
You say we'll evaluate in a year, but this happens like every couple months.
Okay. We'll
It's
we'll
just like such an enigma. It just keeps growing, and you just let it happen.
fascinating.
It's like a recurring character on the
You are
podcast.
literally a hoarder, but for anime on your
Wow,
watch list.
that is
Yeah, I think
actually
that's not
unironically
an
not even that
inaccurate
inaccurate. Yeah,
statement.
yeah.
And I am the TLC show that is coming over to take advantage of you all, so getting rid of some of your stuff that will kind of help you in some capacity.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, we don't need a hazmat suit or anything ridiculous like they have on those shows, thankfully. But yeah,
I mean, if it keeps going, I might need a fucking
yeah,
hazmat suit,
yeah.
dude. I mean, come on, man. Like, so many on there. It's over 100. We've done this before. It was in, like, the 60s, and then it went to the 80s, and
It's
now it's in the
definitely
hundreds.
only it's definitely only gone up every time we've
It,
done
like,
this.
Yeah.
exponentially grows. We looked at... It was in the 80s, I think, when we did the episode with Moomy, and that wasn't even that long ago.
Well, the problem is not necessarily a problem. Is we we go shopping every season, and then I'm like, oh, all
Oh,
of
just
these
run anime
shows
list. Yeah.
sound good. All of these shows sound good. I'm gonna put them on here, and then I maybe start them. But then
Maybe.
it's like, if you think about it, if every shopping episode, every season, I'm adding 10 anime to like my potential watch list, right? That's 40 anime a year. And how many of those am I completing? Not saying it's right or wrong, but how many of those 40 am I completing? Probably not 40.
Not very many. Yeah.
It depends. I finish things occasionally.
Yeah. Sometimes can happen.
Why is Blue Box considered an ONA?
It depends on how it's released. I think ONAs are like web releases or some shit like that. So I guess it didn't
I
air on
see.
traditional TV or something.
I see.
At least I think that's what it is.
I got my end being able to see some of the things Daniel didn't talk about for obvious reasons, but still being able to be like, yeah, you're not gonna bring up my 0 of 33 on Fate Grand Order. You've lost Ritsuka Fujimaru because it's Fate.
Yeah, I mean you're never watching that, but I mean you can
They're
have it.
shorts.
I'll let you keep it. You're not. Yeah, well it's shorts.
They're 2 minutes. They're 2 minute
Dude, you know
shorts.
what else is a short? Bang Dream, Group Pico Fever, 8 out of 26. You're never finishing that. You're never gonna
No,
finish it.
I'm
It's a
finishing
short,
that.
and you're never. You clearly are not gonna. When did this come out? Let's see when this came out. This came out in the year of
Wait, did I put this on my list?
2021 is when it came out. You've probably been watching it ever since then, and by watching it, I mean you got 8 episodes in and you never finished it.
I watched 8 episodes of it July 31st, 2022.
My bad. 3 years. Sorry. 3 years, not
That's
4 years.
crazy.
My bad. Yeah, you're never fishing it.
That's a funny one though, because I'm like, I could just watch it in the afternoon one day if I want. Will it happen? Who knows?
No. It won't.
Bandori, Pika Fever, and all of the Bandori Pico shows are just like, it's like fucking, what's that tennis girls on fucking drugs anime that's all
Bro,
shorts that
what?
are like a
What?
minute.
Uh,
There's like 10 seasons of that shit.
I'm Tepu? No, it's not Tepu.
Tepu, Tep,
Is it Tepu?
Teppen,
Tepit. No, not Teppen.
Teppen,
Teppen's like
Bro, it's a
Teppen.
the.
fighting game.
Isn't Teppen the comedy one?
Are you sure it? Oh, that might be the comedy one. Fuck.
It's the. TQ. TQ.
TQ.
Oh, okay,
Um.
yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yes, I watched one season of that, by the way. But
Yeah, you're
Okay,
not
proud of you.
watching any of the other 9
the
seasons
Picos
or
are like
whatever.
that. I probably won't. I watched the one season for the culture, and I felt like I was on drugs. 24 minutes straight of TQ actually gave me the same feeling as if I took like a tab. I don't know if that's an endorsement for this or not, but
To some people, it probably is.
it was an experience for sure. I probably won't watch more seasons of that, which is why you don't find them on my planning or anything.
Yeah, TQ is just an AMQ gag, if anything.
How many shows do I have on my planned? 81.
Alright, let's set the over-under at 5.
To be fair, well, going through my planned one day is a different beast entirely. But at least in my planned, it's like, well, I didn't start these. I just dreamed to one day watch them.
What did I set
I,
your finish shows at for this season? 4.5?
it was
3.5?
2.
No, it wasn't 2. We
Oh,
both
it
hit the
was
3. I
two
think
and
it
a
was.
half.
Wasn't
It
it
was
3.5?
2.5, and then I talked you up to 3.5. Yes,
Okay, well.
because I think 2.5 was too low. Because this season has 100 Girlfriends and Dr. Stone, which are basically 2 guarantees. So then it would be betting that there's not one single other show that I'm interested in enough this season to catch
You
up
know,
on.
I'm not even convinced 100 Girlfriends is a guarantee. I think you'll get through Dr. Stone. I honestly don't know if you'll get through anything else. That's my prediction here.
I kept up with 100 Girlfriends the entire time the first season.
Yeah, but like, who's to say that it's gonna happen this time though?
I mean, I did read a lot of the content for this season. If that's the argument. Potentially all of the content? I don't know. I think I told you what chapter I left off on.
Not all of the content, but most.
I don't think all of the content. Because when I checked what chapter I was on, I was like, maybe I haven't met the last girl that's on this promo art.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. But
This has been a good way to stretch out the podcast time.
I mean, it's pretty funny. I actually couldn't believe some of these.
What do you mean?
No, I know. I don't know. It's just like some of them are crazy rules. Some of them are like 16 out of 28 is insane. I knew you had gotten through like a decent amount of
16
freedoms.
out
I
of
knew that.
28. So 16 out of 28 feels insane, but you have to consider the fact that because of the way that Freerun started, that is one core. So
Oh,
16
sure.
is the
Okay.
end of or 15 is the end of the first core. It's either 15 is the end of
Yeah.
the first core or 16 is the end of the first core. And then I hadn't started the second core yet. Or I barely started the second core.
Sure. I guess.
And when I put it that way,
There's like
it's more understandable.
9 out of 12, and then like 0 out of 1, and then 9 out. I don't know. It's just
Okay,
funny.
0 out of 1 is the Blue Giant movie, which I still don't know if I can watch.
Okay.
I feel like by now there surely is a way
I'm pretty sure
that I
you.
can watch that with subs.
I honestly think Crunchyroll might have it. Either that
It
or it's
might.
pirated by now, but I'm pretty sure you can watch it now.
Mhm.
I mean,
I want to say
I'm
that's
looking through your plan now. I mean, it's just funny the amount of things that just aren't gonna happen on here as well.
so. My plan has like a lot of hopefuls on it that like I probably will never get to. Um,
Like Cardcaptor Sakura, 70 episodes, not happening. Gintama, 200 episodes, not happening.
I really want to watch Gintama one day. I know it's.
I
I
do
know
too, but I
that's
mean,
like.
it's just not. I mean, there are other things you can just get rid of on here.
I
Like
know. I know.
Faraway Paladin, ass. Spirit Chronicles, ass.
Yeah, that's fair. Like Gintama's on here, and it will always be on here, and it will probably never get watched. But like Gintama just feels like the type of show I would like. Too much for me to just give up on it entirely. I'm not
Hold
gonna
up, you
watch.
haven't started it though, right?
I'm not gonna watch Demon Slayer Tashira Trading. Let me take that off right now. No, I haven't started it.
So how can you give? Okay, never mind. Anyway, yeah.
Reincarnated as a Sword season 2. Did you even watch season 1?
Is season 2 out?
No, but it's on your planet. I'm just saying, like, I don't.
I did watch season 1.
You did?
I finished season 1.
I just don't remember that. Maybe I just didn't know because I haven't played AMQ with you in a million years.
I watched it with Rash.
Okay, that'll do it.
Did I watch that with Mars too? No, I think it was just Rash.
I can't imagine Mars would want to watch Reincarnated as a Sword.
Some of these are funny. I have Kinmoza on here. The purely because it has the fucking girl from the Discord emote that Riches uses all the time. It's like 90% of the reason I have that on there. I like that I have World End on my planning
Even though you've already watched it.
because I know I've watched it before, but I have such little memory of it that I just put it back onto my planning.
Alright, I'll put that onto your watching right now.
Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, you're never gonna watch it again, but, you know.
At least if it's up there, I will think about it more. In theory. Yuki Huna is a hero.
Yeah, it's not happening. Carino Coney, that's not happening. That's the fucking pizza one from fucking AMQ.
What the fuck is this? Why do I have Yozakura Quartet on here? I haven't looked at my planning in forever. There's definitely going to be things on here like this that I'm like, I have no idea why this is here. It's probably
I feel
a
like some of these are
singer.
like AMQ ads, honestly.
Well, I don't put my planning on my MQ. But I think what you're saying is correct. I probably like the song or something like that.
I just realized you have season 3 of Hibike on your watching, but you haven't even watched the ensemble contest OVA, which is needed before that.
Is it needed?
Yeah, it's canon.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I'm sure it's probably not needed, but like, you're gonna want to watch it.
Yeah, that's valid. Did I not watch that?
I mean, it says 0 out of 1 right here, and you're planning.
We'll find out whenever I get to it. I may have watched that and then forgot to update it. I'm probably not actually gonna watch Pluto. I can take that off.
Arslan Senki, you're not watching that. Ars
There's so
Nova, you're
many,
not watching that.
so many funny ones on
Blue
here.
Lock episode Nagi, you're not watching that.
No, I actually might watch it. Well, no, I heard. I think I remember hearing episode Nagi was bad.
Episode Nagi got a lot of dog shit. Like, a lot
I
of
think
shit thrown
episode
at it.
Nagi people said was bad, which is unfortunate because I liked reading the content for it. Yeah, I'll take that off. That's fine. Bloom into You, I'm probably not ever gonna watch, but I probably will read it at some point.
Darwin's Game, you're not watching that. Digimon, you're not watching that. Dumbbells, you're not watching that.
It's the movie for Digimon. Why not?
Okay, well, you're definitely not watching that. So I haven't
Um,
watched the Madoka movie. You're not watching the fucking Digimon movie.
it's a valid counterpoint, but I didn't grow up with Madoka.
Okay, well, when's the last time you watched any Digimon content?
Um,
Relevant Digimon content?
what about a violinist playing
No,
Butterfly?
no. That's why I said
I was so hyped.
relevant Digimon content.
I on God though, when she started playing a cover of Butterfly out of nowhere, I was pumped. I was like, what the fuck? It's the last song I expected because she was just playing fucking like Demon Slayer and like popular stuff, and then all of a sudden, Butterfly. I probably won't watch Dororo. I'm gonna have to take that off. I will watch Guilty Crown one day. I'm determined.
I'll believe it when I see it. Now, you're never watching Cells at Work. You're never watching. Oh fuck, I forget the English name
I
of this.
probably will keep Cells at Work there because I watched season 1 and liked it.
You're never gonna watch Heroines Were in the show.
I'm not watching How a Realist Hero Built the Kingdom. That's true.
You're never watching the other fishing thing here on your planet.
Breakwater?
Yeah, Breakwater.
That's probably true. And
Fuck, I haven't even finished Breakwater yet.
if I do, it would be like right after I finished Slow Loop. If I'm just like, I'll just watch the other one now.
You're never watching Demon Slayer training arc.
I took that one off.
Okay.
That was like the first thing I said when I came here. Is I was like, I'll take Demon Slayer training arc off.
Never watching Boarding School Juliet. Never watching Komi. Never watching Long Riders. Never
I have
watching
Komi
whatever
on
this
here.
Chinese movie is.
Forgot about Komi. The Chinese movie. Didn't we talk about that on the
I'm
podcast?
pretty sure we did, but you're definitely not watching this. I forget why we ever mentioned this, but like it's not happening.
Legend of Hay. This was a guest episode. I'm like pretty certain
You're probably right, but you're still not
one
watching
of
it.
the guests was telling us about this.
What?
Yeah, I mean that's valid.
I almost want to say it was RJ, but I feel like I might be lying.
I feel like it was one of the more recent guests, so it might have been RJ.
That or like
Maybe.
RJ, Mumi, or Hayden, one of the three.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Maybe it was Movie.
I don't remember.
I don't think it was Hayden. But I keep scrolling to the bottom and see Yozakura Quartet here, and I'm like, but why did I put it here?
Pride of Orange, you're not watching that.
No, I'm definitely watching Pure Aura one day.
Yeah,
Cute
no,
girls playing
no,
hockey. It's hockey.
That's great. You're still not watching it.
It's in my blood.
It's not happening.
I'm not watching Misfit of Demon King Academy. That's true.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not happening.
I like how the Tony Kaku special on here. I think this Rune movie that I have on here, if I remember right, is a recap.
Okay, well, I mean, you still haven't even watched the other Serene thing on your list, so I mean, it's just neither are happening, actually.
Let's recap of season 1,
Okay,
which I guess is maybe something I would do. Recap movies are so hit or miss. Am I ever gonna watch Arslan?
You're not watching that. It's not happening. Anyway,
Probably true.
this is probably a fine place to end the episode. We've gone through your entire list shitting on the fact that you are never going to watch any of the things that are on there. So that's probably
I mean, that's just not true. I'm gonna watch some of the
it's
things that are on
pretty.
there.
It's like
It's
99% true.
I have faith in you. Daniel's a non-believer, but I have faith that you can watch one of these. One of the
I just
shows.
think saying that I'm not gonna watch any of them
Yeah, yeah.
is just
Okay,
You
well,
can watch
blatantly
one.
it's
untrue.
Watch one, bro.
hyperbole. It's mostly the truth. You're going to watch like maybe over the course of the next year 3 of these things that we've mentioned today.
In a year?
But
It's a
anyway,
long time.
that is a long time. But you've had some of these things on your list for a long time too, and guess what? They're not watched. 3 years for Garupa Pico, and it's just shorts.
What's the longest thing I have on here? Can I order by sort by last updated? And I want it to flip. Actually, no, I can do it this way. So the oldest thing on my watching is Ranking of Kings, February 2022. The last time it was updated.
There you go.
Alright, yeah, 3 years, and you haven't finished the last 2 episodes of Ranking of Kings, so it's just not happening.
That makes it even funnier. That's the oldest thing I've updated.
Oh no.
Yeah, anyway.
What's the oldest planning I have on here? Comey. That's
It's
not
fun.
surprising. I planned to watch Comey. Oh, it doesn't have a date because I didn't start it. Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, anyway,
So how does it know?
if you enjoyed this episode, remember to like, comment, subscribe, rate 5 stars, whatever platform you're on. If you are on the audio only side of things and you like to go to the YouTube, then is the Order Anime Podcast. We are the only one. Same thing for YouTube to audio only. Is the Order Anime Podcast. Can't possibly miss us. Every Saturday, 3 p.m. EST without fail. Except for when we do, there will be a new episode out for you to enjoy. So once again, thank you for listening, and we hope to see you in another episode. Thank you and goodbye.